people wanted to know how I taught a child to tie their shoes in less than 30 minutes over the span of 2 days. And I'm gonna tell you how, so you can teach your child how to tie their shoes or really any skill that you want them to learn. I'm gonna tell you what to do, but I'm also going to share examples of how I've done this over and over again. The first thing you're gonna do is check for readiness. Over the years, I've probably taught more than 100 3 and 4-year-olds how to tie their shoes, so they can learn young. But you wanna make sure that they're socially and emotionally ready to take on this difficult task. If you have a child that consistently erupts with uncontrollable rage when they can't get the puzzle piece to fit, they may not be ready to take on this task yet. Give it another year or so. Most kids by the age of 5 are ready to learn how to tie their shoes. The other part of readiness is, do they have the fine motor skills to do the physical part of learning how to tie their shoes? If they can write their name or make a bracelet, they are physically able to learn how to tie their shoes. Once you check for readiness, then you can move on to the next part, which is tactfully building intrinsic motivation. Now, intrinsic motivation comes from within, so you have to be tactful about it because too much external pressure will ruin intrinsic motivation. And one way I build intrinsic motivation is by not helping them tie their shoes most of the time. When they ask for their shoe to be tied or I see that their shoe isn't tied, I usually get one of their peers to help them tie their shoes. This gets kids thinking, man, I want to learn how to tie my shoes by myself, or I want to help other people tie their shoes. I want that job. And obviously they can't be a shoe tie helper if they don't know how to tie their shoes. So they start to want to learn how to do it themselves. Okay, so once you know that they're ready and intrinsically motivated, now you're ready to actually start teaching them how to tie their shoes. I recommend using a tie frame so they can focus on their technique and not focus on having to bend down to tie their shoes. When I was a Montessori teacher, I had one that was similar looking to this, but nowadays I just get a square piece of cardboard, poke holes in it, and get a shoelace and make it myself. So do whatever works for you. When you start to teach them, know that they're going to make mistakes and know that they're probably going to get frustrated. So you want to give them a small win in the beginning to boost their confidence so they can persevere to the end. You can tell them there are 2 parts to tying your shoes. And today we're gonna do the first part. And you're gonna wanna talk it out. And I say, make an X, go over, under, and pull. And just let them get that part. Show them exactly what it's going to look like slowly 3 times. You do it, let them say the words with you while you do it, then let them do it while you say the words. Once they get it, celebrate it. Let them go to sleep on that win. And then when they come back, teach them the next part. And I say, you make the bunny loop, you go around to make the hole. You see the hole, push it through the hole, and then pull. And look, you did it. You made a tie. Their ability to persevere will rely on our ability to self-regulate and encourage them. Hope this helped.